Welcome to the all-new Remote Trainer. If you are new to remote training or a seasoned user of our platform, this tutorial gives you a quick overview. All our essential features are accessible on mobile, except the creation of intake forms and a few administrative functions you'll need to do on the web. To access all mobile features, what you'll do is look for those three lines in the upper left, select those, and the first thing you'll see is your profile. Select your name or the picture area, and then select Edit Profile. Where you see my picture is where you're going to want to go ahead and add your own, as your picture will be visible to your clients as you communicate back and forth. Select the check mark to accept and say done. The next thing then you want to think to do is to select exercise search preference. And within this section, once you have identified your favorites, you certainly should go ahead and select that option. But until then, what I would recommend is that you select everything below that as being on, so you can see all the exercise that are available to you. And here again, select the check mark. So next is template search, and in here, basically, you'll do the same thing. Okay, so with those three things, the last to do in the settings is your global settings, which allows you to identify what your standard sets and reps, distance, or duration metrics might be as you go to create a workout. So if you put these in place, then later on when you go to create a workout, you save a bunch of steps. All right, that's the main piece in the settings component. So the next thing you're going to see is the option to switch role. So switch role means that you can see what your client does or has access to. So if I select client, you'll see the interface is similar but not exactly the same. The first option, the foot, gives your clients the ability to see the steps they've taken today and exercise minutes that they've captured through the Apple Health Kit. So relatively quickly, we'll also add the Google Fit equivalent, but for now, just available through the iOS platform. The next item is the bell or the alert section. So as you send information to your clients that you need them to do, such as assigning an intake form, they're going to get an alert, and from this page, they can directly fill out that intake form or track a goal. The third thing on their page is the start option. So this is dramatically simpler than in our past version. So the start page allows your clients to go directly to any workouts that you've prescribed or habits that you've prescribed, nutrition documents, guidance, etc. And if you create quick starts, those free programs, they'll show up here as well. So from this page, your clients can go ahead and play that workout, see a simplified sort of slideshow of it, or they could track it. All right, then as requested by your clients and others, the ability to go ahead and track workouts directly from the home page is now present in the check-in feature. So I've selected the check-in from the bottom left. You'll see this looks pretty much identical to what we just saw, but in here I can simply say I did the workout, I did part of it, or I didn't do it, and we will track that information. If a workout is not prescribed for today, the little calendar icon in the upper right allows your client to go backwards or forwards, find those same workouts, and track it if they forgot to input it earlier. And then finally on the client side, the Connect feature allows your clients to go ahead and find you. Normally there'd just be you on that list, not all those other practitioners. And your clients can chat with you, email, or call. So you have to set these up, but if they chat with you, then they can ask you a question, request an appointment, etc. Okay, so that's what the client sees. And of course, you are your own client. So if you want to test it out, when you create a workout, you're going to see that on this side by simply selecting switch roles. All right, let's go ahead and go back. So now we're back in the Soccer Trainer. So this is the practitioner version. This is what you'll more likely look at day to day. And in this version, you'll see the same alert icon, which we've just reviewed. So it's a little different. Now Connect is the next. So here You can connect to all your clients by sending them an email. You can connect to groups also by email. And then on the client side, you have the ability to access all of your clients. And so let's go ahead and select Rita. And you're going to see this is the next big change in version 4.0 is we've moved away from simply workouts to what we call game plans. So you'll see game plans, which I'll review here. You'll see the ability to connect to Rita. You'll see the groups that she is joined as well as her profile. All right, so pain management is her game plan, and if I select that, I'll then see the 5 steps. In the new approach, a client will identify a goal that they want to accomplish, or they will select one of yours. So we've created some goals for you, and you can use those or you can hide those and create your own. And regardless, your client can select from one of those or create their own. Rita has selected my pain management goal, and as a result, the metric, which is a quantifiable and hopefully realistic measurement to get to a lower pain threshold, is already set, and it's how would you rate your pain on a scale of 0 to 10. When you see these goals, you have the ability to revise them and to add different metrics. So if I select the pencil icon, I'll see that goal metric and the specific numbers and baseline values. I can go ahead and add another one, such as how many days in the last week were you pain-free. So she has selected that goal. So now if I swipe left, I can see that I have sent to her PARQ form. Now normally, of course, she would have filled this out, but for demonstration purposes, if I select it, I can show you that so far she hasn't submitted that form, but when she does, I will be pinged and then know I can take the next step. If I swipe left again, I can see that I have conducted an assessment of her, and I can select that, edit it, and view what I've said and the pictures and videos that I may have taken. And then again, swiping left, we go to treatment. So as we've said, in the past it was simply workouts, but now you can prescribe workouts, habits, nutrition, and guidance. So in Rita's case, we have a workout prescribed called Core to the Max. And on the habit, we have a reminder to hydrate. And then on nutrition, I can assign a nutrition plan. So I've selected the plus, and you'll see in my library, I currently just have one nutrition plan. So if I wanted to prescribe that, I've just done that. So literally right now, she will get a note that says, there's a new nutrition plan assigned to her. If I do the same on guidance, I know that pain management is an issue. So if I happen to have some information relevant to her condition, pain management through meditation, I could go ahead and prescribe that as well. So those are the, the main components of the treatment section. And to give you a sense of how workouts are created, let's go ahead and select the plus button. And I have this option of creating a workout afresh or from scratch, or I can create one from a template. So if I select the template, and if I go ahead and select the same one that we have in place, Core to the Max, you'll see how we've simplified the workout setup. It used to be 4 steps, now it's 2. So I can change the name, I can change the description, I can select an introductory video, such as if you feel pain. These are those videos that you would create that are reusable and sort of help save some time. This is set up as a template to last 14 days. That's something you can change. It defaults to start today, but again, you can start this in the future as well. If I select the upper arrow in the upper right, towards the right, you'll then go into the build sequence. And so the main difference from the past here is the calendaring feature. So you certainly can edit these workouts. So this has 2 phases, so week 1 and week 2. If I select that calendar icon in the upper right, you'll then see, okay, so in week 1, I have this set up for the first the first 3 days, I selected the 24th by mistake right there, but you can see I can go back and forth readily, select the check mark, and save those changes from what the template included. And with that, then ready to go. So again, you're going to select the check mark. Do I want to save it as a draft or save and publish? If I select save and publish, it's going to percolate through, and then it'll then become available to my client. So it's taking a bit more time than normal because this is being conducted on our test server. So normally that would take no time at all. And with that, then the client has that extra workout. So to show you that, so here it is. We had core to the max. We just created a second one. She doesn't need two of the same, obviously. So if I select delete, I can immediately delete it. So if you do prescribe something by mistake or that's giving your clients pain, you immediately have the ability to delete it, and it is removed from your client's view. And then finally, if I swipe to the left one more time, results. Now Rita is not indicated, she hasn't checked in for the first week, but she would normally every Sunday morning. And as she does so, you'll be able to see a tracking of how she's progressing. All right, so that's the main set of features, the main overview. I'll go back now all the way to the home page and make two more notes. In the bottom left corner, you're going to see something that says assessment. And if you are a Gray Institute subscriber and you have paid for your 3D Maps class, what's going to happen is that will be replaced with 3D Maps. And the 3D Maps system allows you to input 6 codes and instantly create a science-based workout. So very, very cool new feature. If you have not selected that training course, you'll have the assessment option. And if I select assessment, what that does is let me pick a client and immediately assess them in front of me. So whether I have included them in my system or not, if somebody walks in the door and I say, oh, I need to assess this person, you'll select assessment, and the plus button at the bottom right allows you to create them as a new member of your account instantly. If I had selected Rita, then you'll see here this is similar to what I showed you before. All right, so that's a new sort of shortcut that we've added to the home page. And then finally, the treatment option is, if I select that, I can prescribe workouts and habits, etc., to individuals or to groups. And if I select clients and I select Rita, you'll see that I'm instantly taken to the treatment page, similar to what you've just seen, but again, saving you just a couple of steps. Okay, so those are the main features I wanted to review. There's a variety of others, such as groups and scheduler, content, library, etc. But for now, that's enough to get started, and we'll keep you posted. And most critically, I suppose, if you go into the settings, this tutorial and others are found right here. Thanks very much.